this is the last day of the free tutorial you guys are getting on the strategy I use, which is demand and supply. Like I told you guys yesterday, you really don't need to complicate things for yourself. All you need is just a little piece, of simplicity, and then find your way around consistency. Okay, find your way around consistency. So I've given you the key. It's left to you to open the door. All right. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at, first of all, trade management and risk management. Trade management and risk management. Then we'll be looking at fundamental analysis. This is 8:02, okay, because by 9 o'clock, I should be out of here because I have another class with my students. Yeah, what is trade management? What is risk management? And then we'll be moving to fundamentals. Trade management is, or let me say, are the things you do, like your trading plan, the way you want to manage your trade, whenever you've clicked the buy or sell, okay? Whereas risk management is whatever you are planning before you click buy or sell, okay? So I believe I'm communicating now. Trade management is whatever you are planning after you've clicked on buy and sell. Then risk management is whatever you are planning before you click on buying and selling. So what are the things you plan before clicking on buying and selling? That is the risk management. Okay, that is risk management. And then what is risk management? Risk management is, you want to know how much of capital you are risking and the likes. How much of the capital you are risking, how much do you want to risk on a trade, what lot size do you want to use inside this trade. That is what your trade management. Okay, that is trade management. That is risk management. Sorry, risk management. It means you are looking at how much you want to lose, how much you want to gain, blah blah blah. So you can see all those is happening before you take a buy or sell. But trade management on the other side is whenever you've taken a buy position or a sell position, like this. Let's assume you're inside a buy over here. It means whatever you are doing right now inside this trade, which is probably the lock-in profits, closing partials, closing half, taking profits, adjusting stop loss. That is your trade management. So trade management is what you are doing while the trade is running. Risk management is what you are doing before the trade is running. So in short, I won't go deep into risk management. Okay, I won't go deep. But to get risk management is not so hard. You just need to know how much you've initially deposited, okay, which is, let's say, 50 USD. And you already know that on this 50 USD, how much are you willing to risk? You are willing to risk just to how much now? Let's say definitely it's a 50 USD account, so you shouldn't be risking much. You understand? I'm just using 50 USD for example. That is not an ideal amount. You understand? So how much do you want to risk on this 50 USD? Is it 1% of the trade? If it is 1% of the trade, what is 1% of 50 USD? Okay, what is 1% of 50 USD? It means that's the amount you are willing to trade before you click on buy and sell. You understand? So another way of risk management is the using of your stop loss and pips. Okay, let's assume you are using just let's go to GBP/USD to get a cleaner something. Let's assume for me now I use just 5 pips SL or more. Though I don't use more than 5 pips SL. So let's assume I'm using 5 pips SL over here. Yeah. So let's assume I'm using 5 pips over SL over here now. I already know that I'm not risking more than 5 pips SL. So, and then I'll look at my account balance, maybe a 1K account, 5K account, 10K account, $100 account. And I know that, okay, I want to raise just 20 pips or 10 pips SL. Then how much would I risk that wouldn't move the account so much? You understand? So let's say you want to risk just 0.1 on 5 pips SL. That is how much? That is 5 USD sharp. You understand? So let's assume you are risking 34 pips here. That means on 0.1 you'll be risking 34 USD on a single trade, depending on the account size. I believe I'm communicating now. So those are the two different ways to take risk management you can use your lot size or your stop loss. Then you can use your 1% of your capital. Some people use 1% of their capital, some people use 3% of their capital. But imagine you're trading a $50 account and then you're using 1%. What is 1% of $50? See, it's very, 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 very small. Very, very small. Why is it so big like this? So 1 divided by 100 multiplied by $50. Okay, that's 0.5, not even up to 1 USD. So you can see that $0.5 is very, very small on a $50 account. You can see now. That's why it's always good to start with nothing less than $1,000, so that your risk management will be very, very solid. And then your 0.1, which is 1% of the account, will just be it should be $100 or $10 now. 1% of 1K account. You can see now it's 10 USD. So your profit will be, if you are a type of person that risks 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, and the likes, you understand, you get more winning ratio now compared to person trading 50 USD account and risking just 0.5. How many trades does he have to take before he meets 2% of the accounts? You understand? So that is very, very crucial. Account size is very, very crucial, very, very important. And then if you are using stop loss, don't forget you'll be using stop loss according to your lot size. If you are using a stop loss of 10 pips and then your account size is 100 USD, okay, your account size is 100 USD, you already know what to do. 10 pips, you look at it, okay, which lot size will make sense? You can use 0.1 lots, okay, that is, the loss is going to be 10 USD loss that you're going to be risking on a particular trade, okay? That is your risk management plan. You should have a risk management plan no matter what. This is what I always tell my students. Even before you trade, you must have a trading plan. Then you should have a risk management plan. Then you should also have a trade management plan. It's very, very important. Very important. Now, let's go back to the trade management and then how to manage trades. Though sometimes trade management can be is always mostly ignored by people, you know. They're like, they just, you know, some people don't really fancy trade management, but it's very important to have a trade management plan. When do you want to take profits? You understand? When do you want to take profits? Is it, what's your risk to reward ratio? On your norms, you should know your normal risk to reward ratio. Is it 1 to 4? Is it 1 to 5? Is it 1 to 6? Is it 1 to 10? You should already know that. And you should know that when you are getting to 1 to 8, if you are a person that trades 1:10, you should know that when you are getting to 1:8, what are you going to do? You're already getting ready to close. You understand? Even if it has not hit your take profits. Let's say, where's 1:10? Now this is 1:10 here. Yes. And then your take profits, your initial take profit target is here. But your 1:10 is here. What's your trading plan? Your trading plan is what? 1:10. Once the market starts getting to 1:8, what do you want to start doing? You want to start preparing to close, okay? At this point, before it's CP, then you can leave some runners to run. That's the advantage of big accounts. Leave some runners to run. Then it can hit TP. It can hit your TP. You can close. Then you can wait for it to get your initial target price, which is 1 whatever. You understand the logic now? So trading plan or trade management rather, is very, very important. Very, very important. So that is one way to, you know, to manage your trades like that. Some people, they always love to trail stops, okay? They like to hold. That's what I always do sometimes, because my risk to reward is always very wide. Though sometimes when I say 1 to 5, my risk to reward is very wide. But when I say 30 pips, you understand? When I say 30 pips in the markets, you can see as small as 30 pips. You can see now, just from this price to this price, what do? I close half. You understand? I close half of all my positions. Half. You understand? So now remember, this is still based on your account size and your lot size. 30 pips on different lots will mean different things. You understand? So that is why you can't copy another man's trading plan or money management plan or risk management plan. You understand? So for me, when I see 30 pips, I'm out, half position. Then what do I do next? Let's say my sell is here. I took a sell here, for example, and you know, this is moving in my direction. Once I see 30 pips, you can see how small it is now. It's about discipline. You understand? I'll just close half. I'll close half. Then what do I do next? I'll lock profits. Okay, you understand? Then I'll lock profits to my entry like that. So I'll leave the rest to run the initial risk to reward ratio I'm planning, which I would have definitely looked at a take profits target price over here, somewhere here. I would have looked at it. Then if it's the take profits price, maybe the take profits price is here where I was planning, maybe the Asian low or the New York low or the London low, something like that. Then I'll just close it off. You understand? But then I love holding trades. Some of my trades turn to swing. Understand? Some of them will just turn to swing because once it has hit my initial plan, something will still be running. You understand? So like I said, it's a game of lot size. It's a game of lot size. So you can have enough positions to still hold on to. You understand? Look at GBP USD. Now look at the drop. You can see now. Look at the drop. See where it started from. Over here. You can see. So those small positions will eventually turn big at the end of the day. You understand? So it's very important to have a trade management plan. So that is one way, right? Then some people always ask, I think I'll soon stop on risk management and trade management, so we can move to fundamentals. Some people always ask, when is the best time to lock profits? There is no best time to do anything in Forex. There is no best time to say this is the best time to sell, this is the best time to buy, this is the best time to close, this is the best time to hold. It all depends on how long you've been on the currency pair. You understand? That is why it's good to focus on one or two pairs, so you can become a professional at it. Then you would already know when the pair reacts and how it reacts to certain zones, certain sessions, certain times, certain news events. You understand? It all comes down to how long you've been trading that pair. You understand? So for me, I always trade USD before. But I left it because I noticed it doesn't give me what I want during London session, and I like London session a lot. You understand? I love London session a lot, and then USD doesn't give me what I want during London session. So I just moved to USD pairs, which is GBP USD, and then Euro USD. Then I'm trading BTC for those that I'm giving signals. You understand? And then I'm also trading gold for those I'm giving signals. You understand? So, but my major pairs are GBP USD and Euro USD because they give me what I want. They give me the reaction I want to see during a particular session. You understand? So when is the best time to take trading profits or trading stop loss? There's no best time, but it's all points down to how long you've been trading and how you've seen things work for you. Okay? So for me, once I get a break of structure, remember, anything I say here is based on my experience, so it might not really work for you because definitely we're not trading the same currency pairs. But then this is what I do when I say break of structure. You can see there's a break of structure here, right? There's a break of structure here. What do I want to do? I'll lock my profits exactly on the supply or demand zone. You understand? So I'm locking my profits here, but now this is dangerous. You understand? It's dangerous. Why? Because definitely after a break of structure and there's a demand or supply zone, you already know the market should mitigate it, right? And then I'm putting my stop loss there. You understand? So, but left to me, that's why I always put my stop loss. Anytime I see a break of structure, I set my stop loss. Okay? So it's still fine by me. If it takes me out, I might look for re-entry since I've gotten the confirmation I want. And if I don't get taken out, it might use the second, supply zone over there, like this. Then I'll continue shifting my entries. You understand? I'll continue trading my stop loss I'll continue trading my stop loss till it gets to a particular zone where I don't want to take the trade anymore. I just close everything off. I'll close all my positions off. You understand? So that is that on risk and trade management. That is the little I'll be saying. So there's a lot on risk management actually, because risk management is the greatest strategy. If you don't have a good risk management, forget it. You are going nowhere. So the next one is fundamentals. Remember, to predict the markets, we always make use of the fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and sentimental analysis. Like I said, technical analysis is what is use of the chart itself. You are using the chart itself. That is whatever is presented on the chart to predict whatever is going to happen on the charts. That is technical analysis. But sentimental analysis, use of bias, use of sentiment, use of the quantity, just like BTC. BTC is a sentimental pair, you understand? So sentimental analysis is when you are using quantity or population of people inside a pair to buy a pair. For example, Euro USD. If you see millions of people buying Euro USD, you understand? You too, you want to buy Euro USD. For example, if Elon Musk says buy Euro USD now, what is everybody going to do? Everybody wants to buy Euro USD. And then when you see everybody's buying Euro USD, what do you want to do? You also want to buy. That is sentimental analysis. So same thing for all this cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Those pairs are sentimental pairs. And most of these sentimental analysis, to get sentimental analysis, you use Twitter. Okay, for Bitcoin, you use Twitter and then you follow influential people. Okay, but then you understand that sentimental analysis is actually always the opposite. You understand? When everybody's buying, you sell. When everybody's selling, you buy. That's the truth about sentimental analysis. But you really can't know exactly when it will reverse on everybody. You understand? But I believe everybody knows what I'm saying. When everybody is buying Dogecoin, that is when it wants to sell. When everybody is selling Dogecoin, that is when it's mooning. Okay, so that is sentimental analysis. So you understand where to get sentimental analysis from for cryptocurrency. But for Euro USD, you can follow, I've forgotten now. It's actually on Twitter, but then sentimental analysis is not good, so I don't use it. Then the last one is fundamental analysis, which I used to trade before, but I stopped trading because of market conditions. You know, market conditions change, brokers will change, different stuff will happen. So, but then fundamental analysis is the use of economic events to predict the next movement of the charts. What did I say? Fundamental analysis is the use of economic events to predict the next movement of the charts. Then to get economic events, you have your trading view. You have your investing.com where you can check fundamental analysis. So sometimes stuff like war, inflation, earthquake can affect currency pairs. Why? Because you understand that when there's war on the currency and you know there are investors in that country, you know that those investors want to pull out of a losing country. You understand? Nobody wants to stay at the back of a losing country. Then what happens? The value of the currency will reduce. And then same thing for inflation. So now there's inflation. Okay, that is where we are going today. That is where we are going. So why is there inflation? First of all, what is inflation? Then we can look at what's really caused this inflation. Okay, in US. Then how it is affecting all these currency pairs. And how it is affecting Naira. And then where is BTC heading to? Okay. Now, inflation is when there is enough money, more money than what it can buy. Okay. There's a lot of demand, but there's no supply, and there's money. That is inflation. So that looks a little bit complicated, but let's go deeper now. Let's go deeper. Now, if you know, people always say inflation is when the prices is high, blah blah blah. Now, look at 2020. Look at what happened in 2020. That was one of the major causes of the inflation right now. When there was lockdown, and then what happened? Government started pumping money out. Grants, benefits, different kind of money you can think of. Government started pushing it out. Loans. Think about it. I believe you all understand what I'm talking about. And even here in Nigeria, you hear people talking about different benefits, rubbish, blah blah blah. So that is one key reason for the cause of inflation, because there was a lot of money, and then people were buying things, buying. All of a sudden, what happens? There is no more goods to buy, but there's money. Then when there's no goods to buy and there's money, what do these producers do? They'll produce, but what will happen? It will be more expensive. And then that is inflation. Okay, so that's why I said inflation is when there's money but there's no goods to buy it. So it's also when there is too high prices. You understand? That is where the inflation is coming from. There is too much high prices that even the money with you can't buy it. And that is one way that people want to, control these things, because if you put it on a less price, it will continue like that. So why are they now increasing interest rates? Now we've looked at the cause of inflation, right? Now, why are they increasing interest rates, and then why is it affecting USD? Why is USD spiking upside, and why are these other pairs, GBP USD, spiking to the downside? Now, remember, banks' interest rate is what is, these are the rates that you get or that you pay back to the bank when you borrow money. Okay, for example, if I borrow money from my local bank here, or maybe Kuda or any microfinance bank, what will happen? They'll say if I borrow 100,000, I'll return 120,000. That is interest rates. So the 20,000 is what is their gain. Now, why are these people increasing interest rates? They are increasing interest rates because they want it to be so hard to borrow money. Imagine I'm borrowing money before on 100k, I'm paying interest rate of just 10,000 naira, meaning if I borrow 100k, I'll return 110. But now in this economy that we are, if I want to borrow 100k, I'll pay back 200k. Look at the crazy interest rate now. Look at the interest rates. So what happens there? It will discourage me from what? From borrowing money. So this is one way to control inflation, so that there won't be so much money with everybody, and then the money with everybody starts going down. You understand? So not everybody will have enough money. That is why they are increasing interest rates. So most people don't know how to interpret fundamental analysis. When some people just check the investing.com, they'll check the actual, they'll check the forecast. There's more to that. So the central bank, which is the Fed, you call the central bank of US the Fed. Those are the people that are increasing the interest rates. It's not as if they feel like increasing the interest rate, but it's also not good. You understand? But it is a way to control inflation. It's just a way to control inflation, not like to totally control it. You understand? So that is why dollar is increasing. Let's look at dollar index now, for example. And now what happens if something is hard to get? Now dollar is hard to get, right? Because they are increasing interest rates. You can see graphically here, it is what's spiking to the upside. Now, if it is difficult to get money, what does that mean? It also means the value of money is rising. It means to get money would be hard. Yeah. So that is why you can see that is why the increase of interest rates is making this dollar index to rise. You understand? Dollar to rise. And now look at Naira. Let's go back to Naira. And you should all know that when dollar is rising, any pair, I don't know now, maybe it's the base or the cross, but you understand me? Any pair that has dollar at the back, just like Euro USD, will go the opposite direction. Okay, so that is why Euro USD is dipping. That is why Bitcoin is dipping. Okay, so Bitcoin will still dip more because this is just the beginning of the inflation. You understand? Don't let anybody lie to you on Twitter and say go and buy BTC now. Don't let anybody lie to you. Don't let anybody lie to you. This is just the beginning of inflation. At least inflation will use 2 years before it goes. You understand? And then inflation just started this year. So you can see that's the nearest support for Bitcoin. Where is it? 10k. That is the nearest support, 10k. And there's inflation. That's fundamental analysis to prove that this thing will still sell. Okay, that will be where I'll stop on BTC. And you look at Euro USD also. So any pair that has Euro USD at the back, it will surely dip. And now let's look at Naira. Okay, that's where we were going before. So same thing for Naira too. USD NGN. That is why Naira is also flying up. You can see USD is the edge over here, and then look at dollar index itself, it's flying. So, and normally Naira does not even really have strength like that. So that is why USD NGN is also flying. It's flying so hard. Look at this spike over here. Look at the spike over there. So that is the reason. What year was this? 2022. You can see this year. The inflation started this year. Look at the spike. So I didn't mean there was no inflation. This will still be normal. But looking at dollar right now to Naira. Looking at dollar right now to Naira, at least you still get to 774 here, because I don't know why there will be a week over here. You understand? I don't know why there should be a week there. And then in this market cycle, whenever there's a week, there should be a week fill. Okay? Whenever there's a week, there should be a week fill. At least price should fill back this week. It's like an imbalance. It's like a pothole. It's like a gap. The market must recover back. Okay? So that is why I'm saying this. You understand? 770. 770 naira to a dollar. Now we are 720, 719. Okay, so I believe everyone gets the gist now around the inflation. At least you have a little bit of idea why this inflation is affecting almost everybody one way or the other, and why there was inflation in the first place, and why they are increasing interest rates. Okay, and technically speaking, looking at BTC, this is the next support, 10k. Okay, we have one here at 12k. Okay, that's the next reasonable support you can see. So both fundamentally and technically, BTC should get to 12k. Okay, and if it doesn't get there, at least it should dip a little bit following the inflation and interest rates before it spikes. But there's no hope right now. I'm not here to scare anybody, but then you have to be realistic with yourself. If you are holding on to what somebody says you should hold on, probably Twitter or social media, you understand? So let's just delete this over here. Okay, so any questions, please? If you have a question, let me know. This is 828. Any questions? So some people have been asking me concerning my mentorship, blah, blah, blah. Do I provide signals? Do I do this? Do I do that? Yeah, I actually do that. You understand? So where is my Telegram over here? Yeah, this is my crypto signal channel. I still sent a signal today. And this is my main channel over here. 127 students over here. This is where I send signals, where I send updates, you know. And then also this is my gold signal channel over here, VIP. And you know, we always do the most over here. Okay, so I'll drop more details inside the main group for anyone that is confused. It will be on a discount. You understand? There's going to be a discount since you guys already have basic knowledge of whatever I'm teaching over here. There's going to be a discount. And also, yeah, YouTube is at 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers. So those of you that are sharing, those of you that subscribed, good job. At least this discount is also like another way to celebrate that. If you're interested, any questions, please? This is 8:29. Once it's 8:30, I'll just wait for 1 minute. Okay. Yes, what of that fundamental news can we look out for? There's a lot of fundamentals. We have, let me make people to turn on their microphone now. We have interest rate decision. We have NFP, which is the non-farm payroll. We have consumer price index. We have I can't even remember now. Employment rates. You know, those news are what you should watch out for. But when you check your investing.com, just turn on the 3 high impact news, then you see the news to watch out for. It will bring it out for you. So you understand. There was a fundamental news last week. It's probably the interest rate decision, because there was interest rate decision on CHF. On CHF. Let's quickly look at a CHF pair here. Yeah, there was interest rate decision. You can see the move. There was interest rate decision on CHF. So there was a lot of news last week, or this week, last week. There was a lot of news last week. So you just know how to watch out for them. Just turn on your high impact news on investing.com and then you should be fine. Okay? You know how to avoid them. Any other question? I think someone was raising his hand before. Now you can unmute yourself if you have a question. You said you normally like to trade at some sessions. When trade GBP USD, please, what are the sessions? Yeah, it's London and New York, but most of the time it's London because GBP USD is a London session pair. You understand? So the session for GBP USD, which I love, is London. Euro USD, New York. You understand? So you know how each session works for you and how to take trades over there. This is 8:31. I have a class with my student right now. Oh, sorry, by 9 p.m. Sorry, 9 p.m. I'm trying to be fast here. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, this is 8:31. One is 8:32. In the absence of any question, that will be all. Someone says I. If you have a question, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, I really don't trade news again, you understand? Because not like I don't know the direction, there are ways to get the direction of the news actually. And that's not even for you. I teach that one in not for free, you understand? It's part of my my course. But I don't trade news again. Why? Because these brokers these days, I don't know, it's like they don't want to trade news. It's always like if their broker doesn't hang, the spread will piss you off. There's going to be slippage. There's going to be a lot, So it's always just good to avoid stress. You understand? So that is why I don't trade news again, because of the brokers. But then when I was trading news around 2018, 2019, so the brokers I used were actually very nice. And whenever you take a trade during news, in fact, it's always perfect. So, but now I just stopped a little bit because of the spread and the broker market conditions. Any strategy trading? Yeah, there's strategy trade news. I call the strategy. There's a lot. Let me go through my course right now, so you can see it. For those that are interested in taking my course, actually, let me just show you. What you'll be watching. There's a strategy for trading news. I have Venom strategy. Yeah, I can't even remember now, but those things are just in my head. Now let's go to the playlists. Okay, so this one is analysis. You understand? So you get, oh, not this one, sorry. Psychology series. I'm making this one for my students. You can see I just have one video here on psychology. Psychology is very important. Trading psychology and advice. This one is free. Look at webinars. So these are my webinars that I hold with my students, which I always record. So you have access to everything, and there are questions and the likes. You can see WYCKOFF, session 2, session 3, question and answer, session 6. A lot of videos over here, and none is less than 40 minutes. Okay, we have 7 minutes here. See, so okay, we have 30 minutes here soon. New complete other block series, but let me just go to the fundamentals. I forgot the name of the strategy, so that I want to check for you. Okay. Oh, it's not here. It's not in this, but you can see now introduction, WYCKOFF. There's a lot to learn. Is it this? I can't even know where it is now. So it should be under technical analysis. I can't see technical analysis here. Advanced, use it over here. I'm trying to remember the name of the strategy I always use to trade news, which still works. That is when I was trading. We have integral markets direction and Venom strategy. Yes, integral markets direction. You can see. I hope there's no link here, because I know some people will try to steal the link. Okay, there's no link there. So you can see integral market direction, Venom strategy, and then the entry and exit. Very important. Entry and exit is very important when trading fundamentals. You need to enter fast, exit fast. So that's strategy on. That's why. Okay. Do you think fundamentals still go back to normal? I think they are back to normal. Fundamental is back to normal. Only that it was during the COVID that fundamentals were very, very crazy. You understand? I didn't trade fundamentals during COVID because it was very, very crazy. Like back then, yes. Fundamentals were very nice. 2015, 2016, in fact, 2018 was perfect. 2017 was perfect. 2019 was perfect. Then when COVID came, everything was bullshit. Then that was when I stopped a little bit. So, but I think it's back to normal now. Fundamentals are back. Why do you think people struggle with SMC, despite the fact that some people say it's very, very easy how to handle losing streaks? So what I just feel is like people can overcomplicate things. You understand? People have a lot of videos they watch, even though there's SMC, and people always say SMC is easy, but most people don't want to take their time to actually practice. Everybody wants to fund their account. Everybody wants to fund. Everybody wants to fund. So that's what I feel. Some people don't even know themselves, then they want to know trading. It's not possible. In trading, you have to know yourself first, and you have to know what you want to do when you are trading. But everybody's saying SMC, hey, 5 pips stop loss, 10 pips stop loss. When people see me using 5 pips SN, they're like, whoa, this, that. But most people don't want to learn, they just want to rush the process. Okay. And then most people don't journal things. Most people are not observant when trading. They don't journal things, they don't check their losing reason for loss, they don't check the reasons they are winning, they just model things up, and that is not how to become professional at whatever you are doing. And then how to handle losing streak is what to have not just a trading plan, focus on 1 or 2 pairs, focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. Raja Banks always says this, focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. It's very, very important. 1 or 2 trades a day, very important. So your losing streak will reduce. So 1 or 2 trades a day is easier said than done, but trust me, it will save you from a lot of losing streaks. You understand? Then another way to handle losing streaks, have a trading journal. Okay. Now, when you have a trading journal, every single trade you take, you write it down. Then whenever you're losing, you write it down. Whenever you're winning, you write it down. Then when you have a series of losing streaks, maybe you have 10 losing streaks, then you can check back on your trading journal. Okay, what is the similarity on all these losing streaks? Maybe you were using 1 pip stop loss, 1 pip stop loss, 1 pip stop loss on all the 10 trades, and then it kept moving in your direction. You should know that there's already a problem with your stop loss. Okay. Or hadn't been you didn't see a break of structure before taking a trade. You didn't wait for break of structure. You didn't wait for break of structure on all the 10 losing streaks. You already know what to work on. You understand? So that's another beautiful way to work on losing streaks. So last advice for beginner is that don't rush, and then don't be carried away by whatever you see online. You understand? Most people are just trading view traders. Okay? Most people are just trading view traders. That's what I'll say. Not even SMC traders now. Even retail traders still lose money. SMC traders will still lose money. Every trader lose money. So it's not about SMC now. It's about everybody in general. Don't be fooled by everything you see online. You understand? Follow real mentors. Follow real mentors. People like Raja Banks. People like Silence in the Chats. People like the trading memes. This one, I'll tell you 5,000. 5,000 to be realistic. Only if you want to just play with money and then see how good you are, you can deposit something less. You understand? But if you want to treat it as a business, 5,000. So, like I was saying, don't get too fooled online. Follow realistic people, and then things will change around. Okay? Any other question? Any other question? So we've used 39 minutes here. How many minutes have we used for recording? Just 37 minutes. Okay. What do you think about prop firms? Yeah, I have prop firm accounts, so I think they are good for now. But when trading prop firm, never forget that you have a broker. Fund your real brokers when you are making money from prop firm. That's just it. All right. So you're welcome. Prop firm, everybody wants to make money. You understand? So they are making money while they can right now, because definitely they are making money from almost everybody, because not everybody who buys the prop firm will pass. You understand? It's passing, not even will pass according to their stats. So while they last, at least they are good for now. And I think I'm using MFF, and I think MFF is nice. I've not used any other prop firm, so I can't really compare. So, and I don't trade much, just 1 to 2 trades, 2 currency pairs, and I'm out. So I don't always look for what does not, or what is more than my power. You understand? So any other questions, guys? This is 8:41. Once it's 8:42, call it a night. And then those that need the details for my mentorship, I'll drop the discount price for those that are interested. This is 8:41. 1 minute left. You said you want to celebrate 1K subscribers. How do I celebrate this? At least I've given you guys discounts. I think that's enough. And you get access to all my groups, all my paid groups, and all my courses, all my videos, everything. Also my one-on-one mentorship. I think that's nice for the discounts. So I think I've answered your question. Okay. This is 8:41. I'm still waiting. Some seconds left. I have a class to my students once it's 9 o'clock. I think that will be all for now, guys.